Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please make sure you watch all my other videos, subscribe because you give vibes here. Why would you not? No, if you're not new, nakupenda sana. This is why I do this for you guys. Today I'm back with a story time. Brace yourselves. I'ma just start the video. So this happened early last year, literally when I just came to Malaysia. I think it was the first or second month. I didn't have friends when this whole situation started to occur. This is actually a different series of events, but then they all come together. I remember I didn't have friends at all. When I went to a party, I would try my best to just meet as many people as I can, because guys, it was lonely. I just wanted to come back home at this point. That's a story for another day. I was very excited to meet new people. I get invited to this party. Obviously I go. I didn't want to go, but I had to because I really wanted to meet new people. Anyways, I go to the party and I meet a group of cool people, so I take their numbers. There are 4 boys and 1 girl. Let's call this girl Jill. I don't know, that name just came to me. We actually bonded the first night. Like, yeah, it was nice. Damn, it was nice. That was cute. But anyways, this girl we've decided to call Jill. Jill was, we're gonna call him Salt and Jill are dating, but at this point I did not know that because I did not know them that well, but I just knew they came together. That's all I knew. I didn't take a lot of Jill's social media. I didn't really catch names that night because it was, you know, when a lot of people just come to you and introduce themselves to you, you forget. I couldn't really place faces on people's contacts later when I went back home. This one night, it wasn't even night, it was a Friday night going to Saturday morning. I slept late because it's a weekend. I don't have friends. I wasn't going out. Just as I'm about to go to sleep, at this point it's like 7 in the morning, I get a call from Snapchat, and I'm like, who is this calling me from Snapchat? Like, I literally don't have anyone who would call me from Snapchat. I check and I see it's one of Salt's friend. Ignore the calls, obviously. He kept calling and calling and calling. I'm talking to Salt's friend and he's telling me that we've been partying from the previous day, the previous night, and I should go, like, you know, just to wrap the party up. So obviously, me being very excited to just go everywhere and meet people, I said, say less, I'm coming right now. I didn't even shower, I didn't even dress. I just hopped out in my pajamas and left. This is where shit starts to get weird, okay? That was a whole introduction I just gave. I take my cab and I head to where I have been told to go. In my head, I thought I have been talking to Salt's friend. I get there, it's Salt now. I'm like, so we get into the elevator. Every time I tell this story, I just get pissed. But we get into the elevator and the way he hugs me was just like, what is going on here? But I'm just like, okay, the guy is drunk. So I get into the house now. All I see is boys. There were like 4 boys. There's completely no girl, and I am the only girl there in a house with 4 boys that I am not really that close to. I got so uncomfortable, like, from the word go. At this point, I already wanted to go back home. I was just like, I have to find a way to get out of this one. I get in and they're playing FIFA. They tell me to have shots. I say have shots later. So I sit on the couch. I sit on the corner. Like, if this is an L, I sit on this corner, like the corner of the L. Salt comes and sits in front of me and put like a pillow on my thigh and like rests there. I'm like, who does this guy think he is? This is actually not why I came. If you would have explained a little bit better and told me this is why you are calling, really, I don't think I would have given you the same answer I gave you. I would have left my ass back in bed where I was going before you called me so vigorously. Every time this nigga scored a goal, he would try to pat my legs and like lay in between. Be like, no, don't do that. What is you doing? I started to get annoyed. Obviously, I had his Snapchat and like I'd been seeing them going out, and I knew he had a girlfriend, not because anyone told me, but because he used to put their snaps doing lovey-dovey stuff. And that's how I knew, okay, so Jill is Salt's girlfriend. This is happening in the house party. In the back of my head, I'm like, doesn't this guy have a girlfriend? Anyways, he finishes playing the game and then he asks me to go take shots with him. So we're drinking, and at this point, this boy was already drunk. Like, he was already completely drunk, and he is starting to drink some more now. So I could tell this was a situation I did not want to be in. We play this game. He asks me to either answer a question or take a shot. He asks me, what's your favorite song? And I don't know if it's just me, but I literally don't have a favorite song, like just at the top of my head. I have a lot of songs that I like, but I don't think I have a favorite song. But what I do is I go on my phone and I just check the first song that comes on my playlist, and I tell him that's my favorite song. He's like, okay, do you wanna dance it? I'm like, actually, I have a boyfriend, and I thought you had a girlfriend. Is Jill not your girlfriend? He knew me and Jill talked. Like, yeah, Salt is my girlfriend, but I just wanna be with you.
So I just wanted to come here and say that I skipped a major part of this story. When I say Salt kept insisting, I meant he kept insisting that he wanted to be intimate, not to dance. That is why I was so uncomfortable, and that's why I was so triggered by the whole situation. I just didn't want to explain the details because I thought it was gonna be vulgar. But yeah, without this piece of information, I just look like a bitch. So
at this point, he's not even trying. Let's forget about my girlfriend that you know. Obviously, I say no, and this guy kept trying to insist the whole night. He had my code, so I couldn't just get up and leave. So I kept asking for my code because I wanted to leave. He's like, oh, let me just take another shot and then we can leave together because our homes are like on the same road. I didn't really have a choice. I waited, he finished whatever he was doing, and then we left. After that, I didn't talk to him again until 2 weeks later. He calls me again. He's like, come, there's another party. I'm like, hell nah, never ever. I'm never ever coming to a party that you invite me, because I see what you did and I did not like it. I did not approve. It's just not for me. Let me look for that text. We need receipts here. Okay, so this is what I told him. He called me, I didn't pick. He texted and asked, are you not coming out today? I said, no thanks. He was like, can you WhatsApp? Because I said no in such a blunt way, like you could just tell I'm not giving the best of vibes. I wasn't too comfortable last time drinking with just guys, plus I told you I have a boyfriend. I am politely declining. Next time when you guys have other girls around and we can drink as friends, please call me. I really tried to be polite. I just was kissing ass because I just did not want any drama. Despite how annoyed by him I was, damn, it would be so easy, it would be so much easier to say it in Swahili. He told me I could go because there were girls that day and he could send me a streak to prove it. He replies to the part where I told him I kept telling you I have a boyfriend, and he said, I remember you told me that, and I told you I have a girlfriend too.
Please don't play with me right now.
Did you tell me or did I tell you? Wait, get your words straight. Ni wewe uliniambia ama ni mimi nilikwambia kuhusu dem yako? And then he started saying, oh, cause we danced a bit. When he kept insisting, he started saying the dancing, we both went overboard. We danced, yeah, because you were very persistent. That was his way of trying to evade saying sorry. I was really mad, and I didn't even reply to the text because I expected him to say, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that again. And then he was like, we both went overboard. I'm like, no, I was in a very, very tricky situation where I actually felt very scared to say no and slap you in the face. I didn't text him back after that. Called even the next weekend, I didn't pick. When we met at parties, I would just say hi, that's it. Fast forward to like 3 months later, me and Jill become besties. After I cut Salt off, I already made it clear to him that I'm not comfortable with the way he does things. I would see him with other girls, you know. That was none of my business, to be honest. So me and Jill become close, and every time we're hanging out there's alcohol, and she'd get drunk and start talking about how much she loves Salt and how great the relationship is, and I would just sit there and just listen to her. She used to tell us, like, as a group, it was me and like we had like a little thing. Most of the time she would be telling us, like all of us, so I really had no business to open my mouth, and everybody knew Salt and his behaviors, so I just felt like this has nothing to do with me at the moment. So every time she'd talk about Salt, I'd just be like, oh wow, that's cute. A couple of months later, it's my friend's birthday. We have a nice party. We drank so much that day. We drank, and then me and Jill end up sitting together. So we're seated together and she's telling me about, guess who? She's telling me about Salt and how much she loves him. Let me just tell you, I was just seated there like, oh my goodness, Lord, please free this girl from the shackles of this man. Because one thing about Jill, she seemed like such a sweet person, and this man like literally has no respect to even hide like himself, like wherever he's doing whatever he's doing, because it's just like he's literally not even hiding it. Like, everyone knows but you, honey. Like, let me make this clear. At this point, me and Jill were close, okay? We were really, really close. As she's telling me how much she loves her boyfriend, I tell her, just don't get too attached though. Like, you know how men are, you know? Obviously, that was a very weird comment to me. She jumps up and she's like, what do you mean by that? I tried to play it off. I said nothing, I'm just, just you know how men are. She's like, she insists, and I'm like, okay, this is what's up, and this is what is happening with your man. This is your man. This girl was crying. She was crying. I was literally holding her, crying, just telling her to calm down, because obviously your man is cheating on you. Obviously she was like really devastated, and I understood. So when people noticed she was crying, came over and asked what was the problem, and like I said, everybody knows Salt's behavior, so they're like, oh yeah, that is how he is. This girl is just in shock. You just realize that your man is trash. Guys, I know I'm smiling, but it's not funny. This situation was not funny, especially because, like I said, we were really, really, really close, and it hurt me all the time when she kept talking so highly of this guy, and you could clearly see this girl is like so in love. Like, I was like, damn, like, why hasn't nobody ever told you? Like, nah, you can't be talking about the same no. You cannot be talking about the same Salt. We all know. No. The night completely went downhill from there. It was just more of me explaining to her the whole situation, and me telling her that I was afraid to tell her, obviously, because why would she believe like a girl she just met a couple months ago, but now that I'm closer to her, I felt like, it's not right for me to just keep quiet. Like, what type of friend does that, to be honest? Like, can you imagine if your man was hitting on your best friend, and your best friend is just keeping quiet over there listening to you talk about marriage plans? Like, to me, I don't know what everyone has to say, but to me, if I could go back in time, I would still do it again. Anyway, the night And we all go to sleep. We nurse our hangovers the next day, and me, I go back to where I came from because we were having the party at my friend's house. This is the so the next morning, like I was talking with like one of my friends who was also in the party. She felt like I shouldn't have told her all that, you know, she's telling me, just because it's Salt and Jill, they were so in love, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And I just couldn't understand, like, just because, what do you mean just because? If I'm your friend and I find out your man is shady, I will tell you, and if you go back to him, I will laugh at you. Yeah, that's just the type of person I am. I cannot, yeah, not me. So anyways, Jill texts me 2 days later, and this is what she said. Hey, truth be told, these past few days I've been in a really dark place out of my time in Malaysia. This has got to be the worst. I love you as a sister, and if you're able to reciprocate the love with honesty, I would really appreciate. From my side, I just want the truth, and I want to know if you down to sit face to face and talk. As a woman, please think if you are in my position. So please, let's all meet and air this out. I will not hold any grudges or bad blood because I genuinely care. It's just to help me out of this, out of the blue situation. Come to think of it, I think Salt typed that whole text because, and me being me, I agreed to go. I said, girl, you love me as a sister, I got you. Of course I want to sit down as a woman and tell you all my truth. Anyways, I literally was not free that day. I actually did not have time for all this drama. I honestly don't know what I expected. I really did not expect it to be this dramatic. Anyways, at the back of my mind, I knew Salt was gonna be there when she asked me to go to her as a woman. And the sweetest of my friends said, nah, I cannot let my girl go there alone. She said, wait for me, I'm coming. You cannot go there alone. Thank God, because these people probably would have killed me. So I asked Jill, where are we meeting? And she says, come to the pool area. And you know, the pool area is like, it's like in a reason area, like it's a few floors up, yeah, and it's an open area. They can easily throw me like over the fence, you know.
Child. Anyway, but
anyways, I went. Well, what am I gonna call my friend? I'll call her Wine because she likes wine and I'm drinking wine. So Wine was there. So we go there and I see Jill and Salt seated together. Jill goes, okay, so tell me everything you told me the other night. And then Salt with his big mouth goes, and you give the timelines. I'm like, you want receipts too? Anyways, okay, I gave details, down to the nitty-gritty details. Even the ones that I did not give her, I gave her. I said, oh, I was trying to be polite and considerate of your feelings. You didn't tell me you wanted details. Okay, I'll give you the details. So I gave the details, I gave the timelines. Guess what this girl says to me? She's like, Nicole, you know all these things you're saying you didn't even tell me the other night. I'm like, hold up. Okay, so I'm giving you more details. So now, just because I told you exactly what he said, now I'm lying? Okay, they go on to question me, and me, I'm answering because honestly, first of all, they were wasting my time. Listen, this is why I was mad. I told her because I cared about her. I didn't do it so that she'd leave her man. I just wanted this girl fall in love with caution because your man is not a good man. That's all. I did not care what you did with the information afterwards. I was really mad when she like brought the whole thing to me because like I really don't care. I had nothing to gain out of this whole story. I show her even receipts, guys. I show her receipts. She is from Kenya, but like she's not originally from Kenya. I'm showing her the text, and you know what she says? I'm sorry, I don't understand Swahili. I said, girl, But I showed you the text last night when you cried and told me, I'm so grateful you told me all this. Now all of a sudden you don't understand Swahili. Don't worry, I will. Do you have Google Translate? You don't. Me, I have. I can translate this whole text for you, honey. Like all of it. Instead of asking me to translate, he asked the boyfriend to translate. I'm pretty sure he was very, very, very surprised. No matter how drunk he was, because this was something he didn't do for 15 minutes. I stayed in that house from like 7 to 12. You can imagine how much he bothered me to say he didn't remember anything. When the girlfriend asked him, he says, me, I don't remember. Bro, I was so mad. I was so mad at the whole situation. I explained. I told her, you know what, I'm not forcing you to leave your man, okay? I just told you what I had to say. If you don't believe me, it's okay. Like, honestly, it's okay. Can I leave? Because like I have other things to do.
I need to know when am I gonna leave this misery, because I cannot.
She's still there. Oh, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, it's okay, go back to your man. Like, nobody cares. Why are you getting mad at everyone else for telling you the truth? I mean, I would she didn't even try to investigate to know if it's true. I didn't go to her as a woman, guys. Like, I went to her as a friend. She decided, oh no, she's lying, I don't speak Swahili, and I'ma cut all of y'all bitches off. Yeah, you know what, I'm talking like this right now, but I was so sympathetic of her that time. Honestly, it's hard to stay with your man knowing very well he's a piece of shit. It hurts. Like like just seeing someone blindly in eye, it hurts. But anyways, there was really nothing I could do. I was still sorry for her. I wrote her a cute little text when I got home. This is what I wrote to her. I know you said you're over with that story, but I just want you to know that I was just looking out for you, and I had nothing to lose or gain by telling you that story. So I definitely didn't have a reason to lie. I totally understand the position you're in right now, and I hope you get through it. And I put a full stop. And that is the last time me and Jill spoke. That whole situation opened my eyes to don't be blind. The whole situation just made me see men in a different way. Bro, at least hide your shit. I think he was used to the fact that everyone was so okay with, like, he never expected someone to tell on him. That's why when we confronted him, he was just speechless. You know what, he didn't the thing that annoys me the most is he didn't even try to like defend himself, and the girl still believed him. When we were there and like she was asking him questions, this nigga could not finish a complete sentence. Nasimone. Anyway, I really don't know what led her to believe that I was lying, but that my dear friends, is what we call dangerous. I think I also learned my lesson. It doesn't matter if they love you as a sister, guys. Don't go to them as a woman. Don't do it. It's not good for your health. That's the end of this video. If I keep talking, I'm just gonna keep throwing shade, and that's the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section, what would you have done if you're in my situation? Would you have told, or would you just shut your mouth? Because I still don't think I've learned my lesson, because if I went back to that situation, I would do it again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Why am I searching Jill? That's actually not her real name. No, watch her. Ipat Kumbuka. Just cut it. The day after, the next day, like 2 days later. Wow, I could have just said 2 days later. And do you know how bad other people feel for you? Like, do you know how bad it looks? Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm not putting that fat. I look like a malicious bitch. Please let me down. Let me know. Please let me know in the comment section. No. Please let me know down. Yeah, that's actually where I'm going confused. I'm confused.